Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Charity First Handicapping Challenge here at Santa Anita. We got two fantastic guests today. One of them is, you know him from TVG. He's clear as day. The other one's a little foggy, but you know him really well from Live and Breathe. Chappie, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, George, how you doing? I'm very happy to be here. We've had a great weekend of racing. Got a little bonus coverage today. I'm a little worried about my partner. His Steelers took one on the chin the other day, so I'm hoping
airball.
So I'm hoping he kept his mind straight and focused on handicapping today. I'm a little nervous, George. That's all I can say.
Well, it's a pleasure to have both of them. We love them. Dave Cold Weaver, we've seen him for years. And now, of course, with football season, he's doing fantastic work on TVG and doing, what do we, is Pittsburgh in the finals? No, right? I haven't been following.
George, did you
not even close.
Did you just listen to the first segment?
Hey, one thing we want to say is that in this tournament, each of our handicappers are going to have $300 of mythical money to play with. If they turn their bankroll into more than 1,000, we're going to give an extra $500 to Karma. That's the charity that we are playing for. So hopefully they'll be swinging for the fences. One of them will lose today. Whoever loses is out of the tournament. Whoever wins moves on to round number 2. My guest today is my man Gabe Artenian, and he is wonderful. He's got a fantastic site that you must be a part of. It is, I'm on there almost every day. Live and Breathe Horse Racing. He started it. It's an incredible forum. A lot of great information.
5,000 strong.
5,000 strong. Wow.
Yeah.
They're just breaking.
And mostly active too. We don't have a lot of active. It's not a lot of spam. Not a lot of foreign accounts. It's mostly active people. So we're very blessed, and it went viral, and we're very happy. Got a lot of good people in the group, a lot of good handicappers, the best.
Tell us more about it. I love one of the things that about it is you try to make everybody stay positive, and that's just fantastic.
No drama.
Yeah, all the troublemakers you see out there, they're not allowed in the group. There's a lot of troublemakers out there. We all know who they are, and anybody else that tries to start any drama, they're immediately banned or discarded from. It's just a place, it's a sanctuary for handicappers who want to speak their mind, share their thoughts and picks, and not have to worry about being bashed, and also for new members as well. A lot of newbies are, intimidated, with the sport and all that. So we always welcome them to join and to ask any question, anything they want, and we'll always be happy to answer.
Yeah, I love it. I love the rest of the people, especially for newbies, are always happy to give their advice and information. It's just a wonderful forum. Chappie, talk to me. Introduce your guest here today.
Well, my man Dave Weaver, we worked together for many years at TVG, and he lives and breathes things also, but it's just a multitude of things. He lives and breathes TVG, More Ways to Win, FanDuel, handicapping, Vegas, his family,
quarter horses,
golfing, and an occasional cocktail. Yeah, I could go on and on. But Dave, how you doing, buddy?
In no particular order. Yes, all of those were pretty much accurate. Doing well. Gabe, awesome that he took some time from his Caltrans shift to join us today. We don't want to make your bosses mad. Make sure you get back out there. I'll see you on the side of the 210 when I'm driving up to Santa Anita later.
Right. Orange is the happy color.
Alarm! Alert!
Who's that?
What's going on here?
George's got
what is that?
George's wake-up call, I think.
It's time for the show. All right. We have got a fantastic lineup today. Special racing on Martin Luther King. It's we got some scratches, but it's a full field all over the place. And each of our contestants, we're going to have 3 different bets. The first one is going to be $100 to win. I'm going to start with you, Gabe. Where are you going with your $100 win bet, and why?
Oh, I love this horse today, and it's race 5. I'm going with number 10, Belize. Race 5. I love that Drysdale claimed this horse. He claimed him for a reason. I love that it's a 5-year-old mare running against mostly 4-year-olds and younger. I love the solid work tab. If you see, there's 78 days between the last 6 workouts. That means this horse is really primed for this race. I love Gonzalez on the horse. I think that's a very good fit. I love Gonzalez in sprint races, especially on the turf. He's very good out of the gate, so I'm not worried about a bad break. And this is my best bet of the day. Number 10, Belize, race 5, Santa Anita.
All right, $100 to win on Belize.
8-1 morning line.
8-1 morning line.
Yeah.
I've gotten I get a lot of the Clocker reports, and if you look at the daily racing form, his workouts 4th of 7, 3rd of 5th, nothing too spectacular. But to the trained eye of the workout report people, B plus. They're really impressed with Belize's workouts, saying he's coming out of his skin and he's looking fantastic. Gonzalez has really impressed me as one of the better jockeys. We got a tremendous jockey colony here, Gabe. We got great jockeys like Gonzalez, JJ Hernandez, who's surprisingly on top of everything. Rosario. Is Mike Smith? Is he riding here, Gabe?
I hope not.
Gabe not a big fan of Mike Smith.
Little move, Mike. 7 wide each race, Mike.
All right, but Belize looks like a wonderful pick. Chappie, looks like we're going to have the lead in after race 5. Back to you.
Yeah, one thing about Gabe's comment and the workout reports, time means nothing in workouts. Right. People mislead that, and they say, oh, bullet work, he's working well. Unless you see it on XBTV or watch it live or get the report, it's how they did it, not the time in which they did it. There's a big difference that people get that confused all the time. So, Dave, that was my little rant. Where are we going for our win bet and why?
We're in trouble. I mean, if Gabe is right about that horse, we're going to have to hit our exacta or we're going to have to hit our double, because our winner is not going to pay what his winner pays if we're both right. I'm just in a format like this where you're just going head to head against somebody. I just want to be right on my win bet. So I want to get on the board and just put something up there. So I look for the most probable winner on the entire card, and I found it in a race number 4. Very soft maiden claiming spot for what is the second choice in the morning line, but I'm pretty sure that the 2-horse Hallow Gift is going to go favored here for Sadler and Rosario. The one's the morning line favorite. I think the 2's probably going to be the slight chalk in there and get the job done. So the number 2 horse Hallow Gift, race 4, 100 to win. We should get somewhere between 250 and 300. I'm thinking between 3-2 and 2-1, Chappie. So we get $300 here. If Gabe's right, he's going to get maybe 600, 700, 800, and then we're going to have to hit something else. If he's wrong, now the pressure goes on to him to try to hit an exacta or a double. So that's cool. So the first 3 races, well, that's not true. Maybe he has an exacta early, but right now our bets are in the races 4 and 5.
I like it. So race 4, the 2 Hallow Gift, 5-2 on the morning line, 3rd off the lay. Sadler's been hot, dropping it to the bottom level of maiden 20, and Joel Rosario jumps aboard. I think we're super live there, George. So a little bankroll builder for Mr. Dreamweaver. Back to you, Georgie.
Sounds good. In that race, for you guys that are watching, number 5, Question Authority is scratched. So only 7 runners in that 4th race. And in the race that Gabe picks Belize, the also eligibles are scratched out of that race as well. All right, we got $100 to work with in an exacta, Gabe. Which race are you going to and why?
For the exacta, I'm going to go in the last race for the exacta. Race number 9. And I'm going with the number 1 horse with Pratt. And it's going to be a $50 exacta 1 with the 2 and 10. I like the Pratt's horse because the jockey upgrade drops in class. Another one with a very solid work tab. 6 to 7 days in between works, evenly spaced. I like the rail. And most importantly, I like the jockey upgrade. I like when Pratt gets on horses like this. So I'm going to go $50 exacta, 1 with 2 and 10. Race 9, Santa Anita, to beat Dave, because I want to beat Dave.
You better want it.
I want to beat you, Dave.
So long as his daughter doesn't come out, it's, you know, we can root against it. Then his daughter comes out, then sentimental stuff, then, you know, so keep your daughter away from the screen.
This is personal, Dave.
Bring it.
All right, Montpellier, first time Pratt, a strong angle over the last few years. First time Pratt gets on a runner, especially on the turf. And this one's got so many positives in his corner. Dropping from maiden special weight to maiden claiming, one of the biggest drops in the game. Like all the other 3-year-olds here getting Lasix for the first time, that could only help. Hanson, even though he's only got one win, boy, he was on fire prior, and he's just proven himself that he belongs in this circuit. So certainly a wonderful trainer in Hanson. And then you got Doug O'Neill on the outside, also dropping from maiden special weight with Goldini, who should only improve second time out. And El Joy's got the leading jockey on top. So I think we're covered. We got it covered in race number 9. Chabby?
People can't underestimate that drop from maiden special weight into maiden claiming. Even like there were a few of them that did it in the last race yesterday, including the 35-1 winner who dropped from maiden special weight off 2 sprints, routing and went wire to wire and paid 70 some bucks. So Dave, I'm on your team, not him. I'm just, agreeing with his angles here. But where are we going with our exacta?
We're going to go to the feature. This is the grade 3 megahertz race number 7 on today's 9-race program. And the fours, to me, stand out in here. Probably going to be somewhere around 1 to 2, maybe 3 to 5 at post time. So it's just a matter of coming up with the ice cold partner. And to me, it's not going to be the second choice on the morning line. I'm actually trying to beat the 6 Setamar, who comes out of the common race with the 2 Colonial Creed. I actually like Colonial Creed better than the 6 to complete the exacta. So we're going all in, no box, no split it up. This is $100 exacta for 2 in race number 7. So if we can get our winner early, Chappie, and then hit this exacta, that might give us the bonus amount where we get some extra money, because that might put us over 1,000 right there.
Yeah, I like it. And we can't do a show without Weaver doing the old ice cold. So, Mucho Unusual, like you said, is going to get bet. Just won a grade 3 last time out, dropping into a cozy spot. And then we got Colonial Creed on the bottom. Richard Baltz is starting to heat back up with Flavian Pratt aboard. 4-2. I love it, George. It's all about me and Weaver so far.
I think that Macho Unusual has a huge class edge in there. Huge.
And then Pratt's getting back on the 2, so Gabe likes that too. I mean, Pratt's ridden this horse pretty well. When you look at all the times that Pratt rides, this horse seems to run better races. So that's a good exacta, I think.
I think it is as well, especially in light of the fact that there's 2 scratches in that race. Scratch the 3 and the 5, so they're both out. So it's really just a pretty much a 4-horse field. His exacta is going to pay $2.33.
Nah, $4.80.
Don't worry, Gabe. We got this, man. It's Mutual Unusual will be 1 to 9 in a 4-horse field, and Colonial Creed certainly looks good. I mean, me and Chappie talk about this all the time. To me, Mario Gutierrez, he's just like an anchor, man. So if he gets replaced by Pratt, that's an upgrade.
I'm going to tell him, Chappie, that you said that. It's not nice.
I did not say that.
I know, George putting words right in your mouth. I'm going to tell Mike Smith that Gabe thinks that he's terrible. Man, you guys are mean, these jockeys.
I was featured on the TVG special.
This is Team George melting everybody. I'm not saying a word.
Mike Smith retired.
He's getting pretty close, actually, probably, but I'll still bet him.
Gabe, tell me what have you seen so far in some of these runners, like Life is Good, some of these Bob Baffert monsters that are just they just seem to be dominating. We saw another one run the other day. What does it look like for this 3-year-old picture? I know it's really early, and we just finished the Kentucky Derby. It seems like a few months ago, and now we're already talking about the Kentucky Derby. What did you see in the short time that we've seen these 3-year-olds that make you go, you know what, this looks like the one that is the early favorite in my book?
Really nobody just yet. I'm the type of better I am, or the type of person I am, is I don't like to pick my Kentucky Derby horse until the day of the race. I like to see post positions and all that. So I really have nothing right now. I know Baffert's got some good fillies for the Oaks. I know that the filly that ran yesterday. How impressive was she?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, her ears were pricked, and she's a gorgeous filly too. I mean, absolutely. She looks like the $1 million that they paid for her. So I really have nothing for the Derby. I mean, Life is Good. He ran okay. maybe there's some distance limitations. I'm not sure, but I did hear Mike Smith say after the race during an interview that uh, once the other horse came on, Life is Good drew off again after the race. So maybe he was just looking for competition other than it being distance limitations.
Could be. How do people, get involved with Live and Breathe horse racing? What do they have to do to
All they
be a
have to
part of the
do
group?
all they have to do is go to Facebook and type in Live and Breathe, and then you'll see on the header on November 3rd, 2019, we had a race named after us. It was the 6th race that day, so it should be pretty easy to find. You can always find me on Twitter at Track Gabe as well, and I have a link on there on my profile that you could just click on, and it'll take you right there. Track Gabe at Twitter.
That sounds great. Me and Chappie, Tyler, we were all talking before the show how much you do for horse racing in general, but certainly how much you do for Santa Anita, and we certainly appreciate all the good publicity that you put out about Santa Anita on your forum, and we do want to thank you for that very much.
Yeah, no problem. Santa Anita's home. It's my home. So.
All right, well, let's see if we can get a home run with a daily double. You got $100 daily double to really just knock it out of the park and cover. I mean, we're gonna win. We just have to cover at this point. Who do you really like for the daily double and why?
And that's what I'm doing. Race 6. I agree with Dreamweaver that the 4 Mucho Unusual in the 7th race is an absolute lock. Hopefully, that horse runs 80% to its ability, and she should win comfortably. So I'm going to go race 6, $50 double, 4 and 6. I see it a 2-horse race. Nobody else in there. I don't like the 7 with Pratt. So I'm going 4, 6 with the 4. Race 6, Santa Anita, daily double, $50 each.
All right, $50, and you got Rosario and Maldonado, who sort of forgotten there, but he's riding for Knapp, and certainly Knapp, man, there was a time when I was a jockey agent for like 7 years, man, Knapp couldn't win a race, and then it's like the light bulb turned on in that barn and became a major force on this circuit. He's really, you ignore him at your peril in any of the wagers that you have, and he certainly, has Maldonado aboard.
A major contender. I mean, if you look at that horse, 4 of 8 at Santa Anita. Horse loves Santa Anita. It's got a cozy outside post. I love outside posts in sprints. The connections hit at 20%. And the only other horse I could see beating that horse, and I'm including him, is the 4, Horse Greeley, dropping in class. Rosario, always got to, fear Rosario in claiming races. So I think it's a race.
And Sadler off the reclaim. You always like that.
Oh, yeah, Sadler off the reclaim, too. Yeah, I had that in my notes. Yeah. Perfect.
Thanks,
Chappie knows. Chappie's a good handicapper. He knows.
He's sort of on our team today. I noticed that. He's really backing us up.
I know, huh?
Way to go, Chappie. Thank you, man. Thanks for the support.
3-1 versus Dave. Dave's all alone today in his island.
I'm all right with that. You can go over there, Chappie.
Ice cold.
Dave, before I get to our double, a couple things. First of all, our producer here, Tyler, gave you no respect at all. Everybody has their full name or something. It just says Weaver for you. Not Dave Weaver.
I actually entered that myself. It asked me to put in your name, so it's not on him. It's Weaver. It's Weaver.
Okay. And real quick, tell us a couple things. More ways to win. Are you going to have a special for next weekend? And any thoughts of the teams going forward? Obviously, 4 terrific teams. Could be a big difference depending on Mahomes, what happens with him. But Buffalo is very tough. And I got to think Green Bay's going to be tough to beat at home. But Tom Brady, you never put it past them. They just find ways to win.
All 4 teams could win because the problem with Buffalo was they just never had any experience after Jim Kelly. Like, I think 1995 was the last time they made it out of the wild card round. Last year, Josh Allen didn't look great. in the playoff. I think he had one game and it wasn't fantastic. So once he won that first game, now it looks like they have the confidence to know, look, we got the team to go all the way. But the Chiefs are the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were my pick. I think the beginning of the year, amazingly, they were like 6-1. They were like them and Baltimore were both 6-1, and now that looks pretty good. Even without Mahomes, Chiefs could still win. I mean, Chad Henne looked actually pretty good in that fourth quarter, but I think Mahomes is going to play.
Didn't you have a Chiefs future early in the season?
6-1.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with the Chiefs, but it's definitely not as, wide of a gap as we thought it was going to be when the year started. It looked like, there were maybe the Chiefs and two teams that are head and shoulders above, and literally all four of these teams win. Both spreads are like, I think, a field goal or 2.5, 3.5, anywhere, right around a field goal. So clearly they're
Green Bay went up to 4.
Is it 4 now? Yeah, I think it opened 3.5 up to 4.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are what, like 3.5, but
2.5.
If Mahomes
does 3, depending where.
Yeah, and if Mahomes doesn't play, I believe Buffalo might be like a 2-point favorite. That's the somewhere in the 6-point swing range, obviously.
Mahomes said on Twitter that he's fine, but you never know.
I think he'll play.
I think he'll play too.
Should be a heck of 4 good teams.
4 good teams.
To look forward to, it should be great. And I think too bad the send off. I believe that's going to be Drew Brees' last game, but he's had one hell of a career no matter what.
That look back, right? You guys all saw that look back to the stadium before he went to the tunnel. That looks like last game. I'd be shocked if it's not.
And Dave, more ways to win next week before you get to your double?
Yeah, this week coming up on Wednesday morning. The next all the way through the Super Bowl, we've moved it from Thursday to Wednesday, so we'll do it a little bit earlier in the week. But then we rerun. I think it runs on maybe Saturday and Sunday mornings as well. But it's just a replay of our original. We're going to just do a half-an-hour show this week, focusing on those 2 games. Have some best bets. We like to talk about the same game parlay. Unfortunately, FanDuel Sportsbook is not legal in California, but the day that it is, those are so fun to just try to get all these players to score in the same game. And but it's super fun to do the show, and we'll take it all the way through the Super Bowl.
Well, I know you have more ways to win than an ice cold exacta. So what's the daily double, my friend?
Okay, so with Gabe, we're both keying that same single in race number 7. I wasn't as sold that the 6th race was the 2-horse race. I thought that the 8th race was the 2-horse race. So I'm going to also play $50 daily double, singling the 4-horse Mucho Unusual in race number 7. But then I'm going to use the 2 and the 9 in race number 8. So there's a good chance that we both hit this and kind of maybe a wash. We both pick up a couple $100. I don't think either of us. I don't think the daily double is going to be the difference maker in this competition today. I think it's going to be his win bet or one of our exactas that needs to.
Yeah, agree 100%.
All right, guys, here, while we scientifically try to figure out who's going to be the best in the tiebreaker by doing rock, paper, scissors, why don't you guys take a look at race number 3? There's 10 runners in there, and nobody's got an actual bet in that race. So that'll be our tiebreaker race for you guys. So take a quick look at the race number 3 while me and Chappie go to rock, paper, scissors. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I win. Gabe.
Oh, George wins.
You get first pick.
I never win this thing.
Chappie's always on my. He's been on our side from the beginning. So don't worry. You knew that we were going to win this. Go ahead, Gabe. You get first pick for the tiebreaker.
I'm just going to go with the 3.
Oh, yeah. Gabe gets to go first. Okay. Go ahead.
Gabe,
yeah, Gabe, let me go, man. What are you doing?
He said Dave. He said Dave.
I think Gabe.
Gabe.
You know how many times I've been called Dave in my life? Everybody, so many times they hear Gabe and they think it's Dave. So even at restaurants, I used to give my name and they'd be Dave, party of 2, Dave. I'm going to go with Mario Gutierrez and the Kai. I like a Kai in there. I think it's the most safest horse in that race. It's a tough race, though. I think it's a race you go 4 or 5 deep if you're going in pick 4s or 5s.
Dave, before you give your pick, I just saw a shout out to the crew from Bandstand Hal listening in.
Wait, did Bandstand Hal do this and whiff earlier in the month?
Well,
Come on, Hal.
He
I
couldn't
thought
quite.
he got 0, right?
He couldn't quite hear the show, and his face was about this close to the screen the entire time. So other than that, it was a win-win.
Yes.
Like, can you guys hear me?
Hey, Hal.
Can you guys
Hey,
hear
Hal.
me?
This is Hal Dolan from like that.
I like to see we all shaved for the show.
What's your pick in the tiebreaker?
Give me the rail runner, Invincibella. They took a shot going long on the turf many times in her career. They're going to shorten her up. This is going to be a chance for her to sprint now. She's going to sit back and make one run, and I'll take the one horse, Invincibella. It's not going to come down to a tiebreak, though.
Nah.
Gabe is too good to come up with empty, and I'm not going to whiff either. I'm pretty chalky. Between all three of those bets, we're both going to get on the board, so I don't think there's any chance that it's going to be a 0-0 tiebreaker.
Yeah, totally agree. George?
Yeah, I think for sure we're definitely going to have some points today. It's not going to come down to the tiebreaker. Hey, big day today. Thank you guys for giving us your insight. Big day next weekend. Our sister track, Gulfstream Park, is going to be presenting the $4 million Pegasus World Cup. So you definitely want to get involved there. Naturally, we will have a big day here as well to complement that large card, but we're looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys will participate and do well as well. Chappie, any last words before we say goodbye?
No, I just want to thank our guests. Gabe Weave, of course, it was very entertaining, and I think we're going to make some money today, but the most important thing is we had a lot of fun, and we'll get some money towards karma, which is what all that matters in the long run.
Absolutely.
Whatever we can do to make some money. And then I'll actually be out there. I'm going to be doing the reporting today for TVG. And Gabe, we need to get the track back open because we miss you out there as well. We know
I miss the
that
track
it's very
every day.
difficult for you to have to sit at home and when you want to be out there, and for everybody that's been the feeling over the last year. But the day we'll get back to normal sooner or later here, and we look forward to seeing you out there.
I need to make peace with those mountains in the backstretch.
So beautiful.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys very, very much. Our next show will be next Friday. Good luck to both of our contestants. We really like them. And Dave, we're rooting for both of you guys, really. Dave or Gabe or Abe, or, you can call me anything you want, so long as you bring us some winners. All right. You guys have a great day.
All right.
Thanks,
good luck.